Hello, this is Kent again, and I guess we would call this one Chapter 3. Trying to get set up for this. I'm still very much not used to doing this, so I appreciate your patience. For the starting of 3, we're dealing with, again, our citizenship and the value we should be placing on that. When the church places little value in its heavenly citizenship, this produces a void which must be filled. The only option is earthly loyalties. These loyalties, they usually will find their way to local governments, and this is usually done for questionable protections and financial benefits. Lapses in heavenly loyalty produces worldly relationships and political activities which are less than heavenly. We do not belong here. Therefore, we do not get involved here. Our minds must be set on heavenly activities and goals. Why would you be so enveloped by something that God finds less valuable than a drop in a bucket? Sharing Christ is our value and purpose, and nothing else can compete with that. If a leader comes to power that loves the church, or a leader that hates the church, we must still be the same person to both, a faithful follower of Jesus Christ. Daniel always remained the same, no matter who is in charge. My life was purchased with the blood of Christ. If my understanding of the word purchased is correct, he owns me, not just the concrete part of me, but the abstract as well. My love is his, my thoughts are his, my hopes and dreams are his, and my loyalty is his. No questions asked. How on earth could I ever pledge that which belongs to someone else? He bought my all, and I am glad. I type these things up, and I read them off, and I mean them sincerely. I'm just trying to get order to this thing that I'm not used to. But what I find is that it all comes down sometimes to asking a certain question: who am I? I can guarantee I'm no one of any consequence. But I do have one thing that is so very valuable. I know the living God. And I know him because of the finished work of Jesus Christ. And that means you know the living God because of Christ. And if you can get your head around the fact that you don't belong here, knowing God is going to be wonderful. Because in knowing God, you know he's in control of everything. And everything is working together for good for those who love him. For those that don't, it's not going to work out so good. And that's a biblical truth. That is what I'm trying to get across to folks here. You know the living God. Don't be shaken by a politician. Don't be shaken by some event that's going on in the world. You are a citizen of heaven, and you were put here for a reason. And by golly, that was to share the message of Jesus Christ to a lost and, as they say, dying world, because it is. And I would hope we could find greater value in that, far above whatever the political entities are doing. But anyway, that'll be the end of chapter 3. I pray it gives you something to think about. Agree or disagree, I hope that you could comment and let me know what you're thinking, and then I would be able to hopefully communicate back with you. You all have a lovely day. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.